everyone. Welcome to Planet Under Pressure 2012. The big idea is to create, to use the tagline of the conference, new knowledge towards solutions.
There are some who say that in times of global economic uncertainty, perhaps we should put our environmental ambitions on the back burner. To that, I would say we will be supporting 33 new projects with funding of £8.5 million over the next 3 years.
Now, should you have some form of mechanism to compel the private sector? Well, there's lots of mechanisms that can do that. You can use taxation, you can have a carbon cap.
But we desperately need to break down this silo thinking between public, private and if you like, scientific centres.
Meantime, I'm going to introduce you to Martin Haig from Shell.
It's very difficult, I think, to paint a picture for 2050 that doesn't have higher energy use in the world. Given the amount of clapping now, I'm not sure how many people want to listen to my response.
Should corporations have a legal duty to further the public good, which trumps the duty to make profits for shareholders?
We want to see businesses across the board factoring sustainability into their balance sheets.
We can't be so optimistic about the politics. The challenges, they're global and they're long-term, and they're therefore trumped on the political agenda by the parochial and the immediate.
But I think we actually need to be thinking about a leadership which recognises that the urgency of some of these actions.
But surely we need something like a bit of a paradigm change. We need a utopian angle on the world because we can't go on this way.
This is going to become absolutely fundamental to how we respond and adapt and how we behave, where we are all regulated.
We know that we need a different model of development. India and China cannot continue their current process of economic development.
For countries around the world, being green and fixing the economy is not an either-or choice.
Okay, so you're from the WWF?
Yes.
Are you sort of more of a lobbying outfit, or are you a more activist outfit? Where do you, I know you have a broad scope, but where do you kind of see a role there?
Well, I think we're in that business of making the connection between the science and the policy.
How do we tell people this is how you should develop?
Right.
If they've got, say, abundant natural resources on their doorstep?
Yes.
What's a responsible way of going about that?
So we're involved with people in the Acre state government in Brazil and in Sabah in Malaysia, where they have forests that they're trying to sort of harvest the forest resources that they've got.
And what's becoming increasingly clear is many of us talk about behaving in an environmentally sensitive and sustainable way. Those very same of us, just like the words Worthian consumers in the 19th century, we taking a train to the Lake District, we do that while driving our 4x4s and taking overseas holidays. And somehow there has to be a cultural change about what is valued. We
must renew an assault upon the climate change skeptics.
He's urging you to launch an assault on climate change skeptics.
So what laws can be implemented?
Breaking down the division between private and public ownership, which we have at the moment.
We also need big-scale interventions, which probably state-led
and regulatory.
There isn't enough capital in government.
As private citizens, we also club together and vote for governments and create a public sector to provide certain infrastructures, laws and requirements. But there is no way we will solve this problem if we continue to think in this divided situation between public, private and something in between.
So you're going to lobby the UK government to try and bring that to the table at the G20, are you?
Well, I would sit, well, I just have.